Cubs take all four from the Mets in Queens. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Dansby's hot bat, the offense finally starting to figure things out, the acquisition of David Peterson, and this upcoming series with the Milwaukee Brewers up at Wrigley North.
Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zelinsky.
and today the Cubs swept the Mets in the Queens of New York. They won today 4-3. Really good outing by Matthew Boyd, clutch double by PCA in the 10th inning, and Trent Thornton shut the door. The Cubs, I was gonna say won, but they dominated a doubleheader yesterday, including Dansby Swanson, I believe, 13 RBIs yesterday, something insane.
11.
11. But
hmm
then he had four in game one of the series. Just a really good overall series. And as bad as the Mets are, this is something that this team really needed.
Honestly, when we got rained out on Sunday, I was like mad because I wanted to like win I wanted to win the series, and we got rained out on Monday, and I was like, maybe it's not a scheduled day off, but maybe two straight non-game days could maybe do some good. 4-0 since that point,
You're
and
right.
except for today, they've pretty much looked pretty dominant over this series. They played well. They pitched pretty solid. We'll get obviously to the couple injuries here in a bit, but other than that, the offense unbelievable. Scored 20 runs, in two games for the doubleheader. Scored nine in game one, four today. That's how you win ball games.
Yeah, it is. But I know you take the small victories where you can, but now you got the gauntlet of Milwaukee. Got to face Jacob Mizrowski on Friday. Got to face Kyle Harrison on Saturday. Got to face Brandon Woodruff on Sunday. This is going to be a very tough series, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you win one game, I will be happy. I'm satisfied with one game. I the the lineup that you have to face for Milwaukee pitching wise, like I don't know if this lineup stands a chance against guys like the Miz and the Harrison. I think this is going to be a rough series.
Why not us? No, we're gonna get killed, honestly. In all seriousness, if we can just win on Sunday, I'll be chill with that. Because I feel
Win
like
glory.
I feel like Friday and Saturday is gonna be like 6-0, 7-2. And
Because
then
the Miz and Harrison.
maybe we can squeak like a 3-2 win on Sunday or something. I'd be
I
satisfied
mean,
with
I
that.
love that mentality. I think that's kind of what this team needs to carry into the series, though. Like, why not us? Like,
Yeah,
PCA's went off last year in that Milwaukee series. I don't think many people expect them to win that. I mean, why not us? Why not the Cubs?
yeah. I mean,
I
it's
mean, you got.
it's like it's a NLCS here. We're talking about a 3-game weekend series in
Well,
late
I mean,
June
you
here.
also got the Brewers probably
Padres coming up.
playoff lineup pitching, and
Yeah,
for us, we got Colin Ray, David Peterson, Javier Sad. I mean, in 3 years, one of the guys will be working at Jewel, the other guy will be working on Uber Eats, and the other guy will probably be working wherever the hell at.
Dollar General.
Dollar General, that's a good one.
I did. Oh my gosh! Like actually, like I don't think we were talking about before the episode. Like our show before the year, we're like, this team is gonna have one of the best rotations in baseball. And here we are in June 3rd, late June. Colin Ray, Shota Imanaga, David Peterson, Matt Boyd, who's not Matt Boyd of last year,
Javier
and
Sad.
Javier Assad. That if that's not the
When
biggest one.
you started off with Cade Horton, Edward Cabrera, Matthew Boyd, Jameson Tyon, Shota Minaga.
That was before Tyone sucked. That
That
was
was
still Horton was good, obviously. Edward Cabrera
Cabrera
was
was like
supposed
unhittable.
yeah, Cabrera was literally unhittable. And now Cabrera's knee exploded. Just actually the results came back and they were good, but I'm not gonna lie. When he got hurt,
We looked really bad.
I thought it was ACL, MCL, everything. I was like,
Hmm.
it's over. His knee just exploded. But avoided serious injury. They still said an unknown timetable, I think. When I checked earlier, they said they don't know, but have you heard anything?
Not that I know of, no. I mean, obviously it didn't look good, but I would assume, especially with the All-Star break, he'll probably be back a little bit after, would be
hmm
my anticipation. But
Yeah.
Ben Brown hurt. I mean, obviously that blows.
Yeah, so
But
they said about that, like he had that neck injury in 24. Council said it's similar to that. Um, and they said I think they're gonna evaluate in a month. And when they say that, it's usually gonna be a month and a half to 2 months. So I
some other
mean,
news, we got Justin Steele. He might pitch, but it's not going to be starting. But I feel like Steele could be a big help out of the bullpen.
dude, just any help we need.
Yeah.
Any help we need. Like, I think he's gonna be what, like right after the break, I think they said, but possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
that's good. I
said
mean,
August 1st is the goal.
oh, okay,
I
August
read
1st is
that.
the goal. Okay, I thought it was like July 20th. Okay. So that probably means if that's the goal, it'll be like, in all seriousness, like August 15th, probably. And
We'll
I'm
still
not
be a
even
help.
and I'm not even joking either. Like it's probably gonna be like August
Yeah.
15th. But yeah, I think, I mean, any help you can get, you really need. So I'm all good with that.
Yeah, so yesterday night after the doubleheader, we got word of the acquisition, David Peterson for the Cubs, 13th prospect, Cole Mathis. What were your thoughts on that trade, Rye?
Well, the first thing that jumped out at me is not anything about the trade. It was he just gets to move hotels. But
Yeah.
no, but in all seriousness though, I completely like the trade. David Peterson was an all-star what, last year, I think it was.
Yeah, it
He
was
was an all
last year.
he was an all-star last year. I mean, I've heard from a lot of Mets people, and I've seen this obviously too. He's been unwatchable this year. That but hasn't the whole Mets team, honestly. And so I think sometimes all you need is a change of scenery. I'm not saying he's gonna go out there and be some stud, but like I think sometimes, there are some situations where you need a change of scenery. And I
I
think
mean, I hate to bring it up, but look at Andrew Vaughn last year. Like, yeah,
100%
he had a good year before, struggled at the start of the year, got traded for a low value,
turned into
showed
one of
out.
the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
Single-handedly eliminated the Cubs from the playoffs.
yeah, I can see something. I'm not saying Peterson's gonna single-handedly eliminate teams or even get a playoff start, but he's gonna be a big help, I think.
I agree. I think he's going to do a job. I mean, again, when Ben Brown and Cabrera were out, it got to the point where, like, if they didn't make that trade, they have nobody. So
I
I
mean,
literally,
there's not another guy in Iowa that's serviceable or
yeah,
ready. Like
exactly.
you tried Jordan Wicks, he wasn't ready, and the other guys are 3, 4 ERA AAA guys. Like, how is that going to go in the big leagues? Like, you
Mhm.
legitimately had no one ready. The other candidate, Jackson Wiggins, hurt right now. You
Yeah,
had no one
exactly.
else ready.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only possible move. I mean, you have plenty of infielders. Mathis, I like him, but I mean, he's a 240 career hitter in the minors. Has some upside, but I'm fine giving him up. You're gonna have to give up prospects.
And I was just gonna say, to be a good team, you're gonna have to give up your prospects. I like Cole Mathis, but here's the thing: he's a third baseman, and is third base a position that the Cubs need right now? Not at all. We have Bregman, we have Shaw, so
First base,
I
not
think
at all.
it's, yeah, exactly,
The next
exactly.
guy up is Jonathan Long, and Long will probably be here for a good amount. And
And
same with
Jonathan
Hunter.
Long is way ahead of Cole Mathis. So
Mhm.
it's, in my opinion, this is a very, very good trade. Um, because here's a guy who's probably, he's not going to fit in your team, and you got something that you desperately, desperately need. A guy with some upside. He was an all-star last year,
He
and
can
I
help
think
you out right now.
who can help you out immediately, having an immediate impact. So I give this trade an A, maybe a B plus.
I mean, obviously, we have to see how Peterson does, but off the bat, I like this trade.
Yeah. Now I really hope this doesn't turn into a Mike Soroka thing where he
Yes.
where he throws an inning and then gets hurt and doesn't come back. And
Well, the
then
Soroka value was more, but
yeah, exactly. How's his contract?
1 year. He's on his last year of his deal,
Right, so he won't be in a Cub uniform next year.
unless something happens. So
Yeah,
now
I
we'll talk.
bet.
We'll
I
talk a
bet.
little bit about the series. Oh, sorry, I cut you off there.
No, 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 you guys. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, just last year though, you get Kittredge, he's great for you. You don't re-sign him. So just
Mhm.
I'm not expecting him to be back next year then.
I get that. So then we'll talk about game one. Cubs won 9-6. They started off hot. Big second inning. PCA hit a 3-run shot. This ball was smoked. And then Mets got two back in the bottom of the second. Then Dansby Swanson with a 2-run shot. Pretty uncharacteristic from him, but big series for Dansby made it 7-2. And then Kelly with a double in the eighth, and Dansby with another double in the eighth made it 9-3. And then Jaden Murray, the guy they traded for from the Astros, rough debut. Uh, Benj hit a single, and then Bo Bichette with a homer cut it down to a 3-run game. But the Cubs do end up holding on to this one by a score of 9-6. Cabrera pitched pretty good, um, but got hurt. Mayton, average, gave up a run again. Murray with a rough outing, but Rolison and Milner were pretty solid in this one. Big day for PCA with the bomb. Besides that, Dansby 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs, a double and a homer. But the thing that surprised me most is how bad Kodai Senga's been. Like, I remember 2 years ago when he first came up, he was unhittable. Like the
And he
ghost.
started against the Cubs too. He started I think it was late in the season, I remember, because that was like the talk when
Yeah,
Talkman hit that late home run like that
he was
series.
really good though.
I
I
remember
mean,
when he came in, he was untouchable, and the Cubs didn't do anything against him. And it was,
now he's 0-6 in 7 games with a 10.8 ERA and probably not gonna start. But I didn't realize he's 33. He's kind of older.
yeah. And I saw Frank the Tank. He was like, Kodai Senga has got to go. So that
Yeah.
tells me that he's been pretty shit this year. But we'll take that honestly. Not mad at that.
No, not at all. So now we'll talk about game one of the doubleheader, which was probably my favorite game from the series, honestly,
Hmm.
because the Mets, bottom of the fourth, former Cub Jared Young hit a homer, and then Francisco Alvarez had a big series. He hit a homer. His ball was smoked. But then the Cubs fought back and had a gritty win and scored 10 unanswered. Started off with an RBI double, and then Bushy with a bomb. Um, Off McLean, and then top of the sixth, McLean, I think, was at 103 pitches at the time, serves up Dansby a mistake, fastball right down the middle, 400 feet, bomb, 3-run homer, Nico and Amaya score, makes it 6-3, and then Dansby puts the nail in the coffin with a bomb, grand slam, 418. I
The
mean, what a,
Norwegians were loving this one
yeah, I was
too.
gonna say that's the most Mets thing ever. Like the Mets give up 10 runs unanswered, and the Norwegians like going nuts. And that's the most Mets thing ever.
They're doing the Viking row in the
Yeah.
outfield.
When Dansby hit the home run, they have no clue what's going on.
I loved it though. I loved the T Mac interview too with the one fan. He was like, "No, we came here to support the Mets." But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a great game. Honestly, did you think they were losing when they went down 3-0?
Oh, 100%.
I thought it was gonna be like 7-1.
All
Honestly,
right, get game two.
I was like, let's get game two going here. But yeah,
Here's
it was
something. Here's something I want to talk about. Javier Assad is very underrated. Take a guess at what Assad's record is.
6-1.
Yeah, Javier Assad is 6-1. Like that's.
Okay, but like records, like okay, but Paul Skeens had like a 1.8 ERA and was like 1-8 last year.
I
So
don't
like,
care. Javier Assad has a 6-1 record. That
no.
is not talked about nearly enough.
What's his ERA?
He's a 4 ERA. Take a guess his ERA in his last 7 starts.
I'll say 2-2.
1.8.
Ah, damn. See, get this man at every 5 days, dude.
Assad's been huge, like just stepping up for this team. I just feel like he's been very underappreciated.
I agree. I think he has too, especially by guys like us. We've always been like, nah, Assad, no, don't put him in the
Another
rotation.
pitcher who's very underestimated. Take a guess what Ryan Rolston's wins and losses record is.
It's probably like 3-0.
5-1. Take a guess what his ERA is though.
3-2.
1.82 in 25 games.
I remember he was really bad first. Okay, but I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. The entire team sucked for a while.
And take a guess what his ERA is in his last 30 games, or in his last 15 games,
Is
excuse
it
me.
under one?
Yeah,
7.
zero
Like
point.
770, obviously. It's
He's
point
a
seven.
he's a 0.51 ERA in his last 15 games. and he's only allowed one earned run in his last 17.2 innings.
It's
Like, I
pretty
feel like
solid. I can't even lie. Every
Rolston
time
has
he
not
goes,
been talked about enough at
yeah,
all.
every time he goes in, I'm like mad, but like I haven't really like recognized the fact that he's 5-1 with a what is it, a 1.7 or what?
1.82
A
ERA.
1.82. That's fucking insane.
What I'm
Hey,
saying, like Ryan Rolston and Javier Assad have been very underappreciated for this team.
game five NLDS starters right there. Aside a couple innings, then over to Ralston.
Maybe find a way to get a ball game one.
Dude, imagine that. Oh my gosh.
Now we're talking about game two. Cubs won this one 10-5. Kelly started off hot with a double, made it 1-0, and then Alvarez with a homer and AJ Ewing with a homer made it 3-1 real quickly. And then top of the fourth, I mean, man, do I love this kid. Rammer takes one to the opposite field, makes it 3-2. I mean, I feel like he just hit. All he does is hit. Um, and he's starting to get playing time if he continues to hit. And then Dansby with the single, and then Pete lays down a bunt, goes right over the head of Bichette. That's
Oh
the
my God.
most Mets thing.
I'm not even kidding you. He didn't mean to do that,
No,
obviously. But that was like the most perfectly placed bunt and the most just Mets thing ever.
yeah,
Like that that was the Mets to a T. I really wish I had the clip of Frank Tatang's live reaction to that bunt because I started laughing. Like I wasn't even like, oh, let's go. I literally just started and laughing. Like that was you couldn't even if he tried to do that, he couldn't have done it any
no.
better. That was
Mm-mm.
unbelievable.
And then Vientos hit a bomb real quickly, tied it. But then Dansby with a triple, Shaw grounded into a forced out run, scored and made it 6-4. Bichette hit a bomb, made it 6-5, and then PCA got on an air. Vientos made a nice play. Minter dropped the ball. Um, literally. Um,
I feel so
Ramirez
bad for Mets fans, bro.
Ramirez
We
hit a
think we have
single,
it hard.
and then Dansby hit a single. I was just gonna talk about that, but two singles in the ninth made 10-5. I mean, Jesus Christ, this Met team bad. Like one of the highest payrolls in the game. You got Lindor, Soto, Bichette, Simeon. I mean, Jesus, this team just terrible. How many? I think
All right, so excuse my camera being off real quick. I have something in my notes. I did preseason record predictions, and I had the Mets with 94 wins this year, winning the NL East.
not looking too great for that.
And here's the thing, you can clown on me all you want. That
No,
wasn't that crazy.
they have a great record on paper, not great team on paper. I mean, Devin Williams, AJ Minter, Luke Weaver, Brooks Raley, like all proven bullpen.
Luis Robert, you got. I'm saying the lineup, like
Um,
in the lineup,
all
like
right, I was talking about the bullpen, but
no,
starting,
I know.
you
I'm
got
flipping it, like I'm flipping it.
yeah, Kodai Senga, Nolan McLean, um, Freddie Peralta, like
Who is not?
Jonah Tong. You got legit guys, and then
Yeah,
the lineup you got Robert,
Obichat.
Bo Bichette, Lindor, Simeon.
Vientos has always been good.
Yeah, Alvarez is a good hitter.
Yeah.
Carson Benj was a top prospect in baseball. Um, AJ Ewing was a pretty highly rated
Hmm.
prospect. Brett Beatty, it's always
I'd
been,
love to see their preseason win. I'm actually gonna look that up. I'm gonna say
yeah,
2026 Mets
you can look that
preseason
up.
win
I'll
total.
talk a little bit about today's game. Another gritty win. Um, Conforto with a single, Breggy double, Happer single, 3 runs in the top of the sixth, made it 3-0. Then Wagman hit another bomb off Milner, made it 3-2, and then 88 gave up a home run to Jared Young, curveball right in the wheelhouse, low and inside, and then
Shocker.
PA, a double smoke down the line, and then ice in his veins. Trent Thornton shuts it down in the ninth. Another guy very underappreciated, a guy that
Yeah.
picked up on waivers, wasn't even playing in the MLB last year, has a 2.86 ERA. Very solid from Trent Thornton. Jacob Webb, he's been pretty solid. Theo Bar's had some big struggles, 88 to 88. Milner started off solid, but been struggling as of late. And yeah, um, but who would you even have? I wouldn't have Trent Thornton as your closer right now, if I'm being completely honest. I mean,
You
Webb's been
would?
struggling a little bit in spot. Yeah, I like
Hmm.
Trent. He brings the intensity. He brings
He's got the energy. I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
Think about he's got ice in his veins. Like think about it. The first 10 hours after he signed with the team, he came in, shut the door in the 10th,
yeah,
guy on site. He did it again tonight. Like
hmm
he's an energized guy. He's
yeah,
I feel like the velocity's fine. Um
hmm
and he's serviceable as a closer. So I
I
think
would have him as your closer until Danny P comes back.
I agree. And the win total was 92 and a half.
Wow,
And they're what, 34 and 47 right
it's
now.
insane.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk about this Brewer series, game one tomorrow. Former Brewer on the mound, Colin Ray. He's 5-5 with a 4.99 ERA.
Do I hear revenge game? Do I hear his get back?
Maybe. And then
Biggest
on the
con race
mound
in
for
the
the
world.
Brewers, it's the man himself, the Miz, 8-3 with a 1.45 ERA. In his last 7 games, he has a .55 ERA and has only allowed 22 hits in his last 7 games.
I
Um,
just want to say something about the Miz real quick. Ever since game two of the NLCS last year, when it's like nobody's on with like 2 outs, he fields
yeah,
it, runs over to first, and just says, "Oh," looking like an
yeah.
absolute squid. Dude, you look like a squid doing that, bro. I get that you're throwing
Get your get
103.
back tomorrow.
I
Get pissed off.
it's cute that you're throwing 103 and you're beating up on all these bad teams. Just wait till PCA steps up to the plate against you, buddy. It's over. Cubs in two.
Love that. He's coming off a start where he went 9 innings, 1 hit, and 15 strikeouts.
Oh my God, dude, it's over, bro.
This game is 6:45 on Apple TV, and then for the Brewers on Saturday is Kyle Harrison. He's 8-1 with a 2.5 ERA. He has been struggling a little bit as of late. He had a pretty bad start versus the A's, but that was the Mickey Mouse Little League home run fences. That's a 6-10 start, and I'm assuming that will be David Peterson's start for the Cubs.
It should be. Yeah,
Um,
it lines up like that. Yeah.
I would assume it'll be Peterson. He's 3-6 on the year with a 6.09 ERA, but here's the thing I was reading on Peterson. He's a 51 ground ball percentage and has allowed 50 infield hits this year, I believe, somewhere around there. And when you're going into an infield with Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, Michael Bush, like I think Peterson can really thrive as a Cub because of the ground ball rate in the infield that you're playing behind.
I agree. I feel like that's not talked about enough. Like when you have such a good infield behind you, like the Cubs do, you can force those ground balls. Like you're gonna get a lot of outs. And I just think that if he just limits the long ball, that's been the problem for every single pitcher in the Cubs rotation this year, and even in the bullpen. Just don't give up the long ball, and you have good fielders behind you. Like keep the ball in play. Like we don't need strikeouts. Just keep the ball in play, and like think about it. Let's say guy on first, get that ground ball, turn the double play. Like one of the best middle infield in the league you have behind you. So just think keep the ball on the ground. Don't throw or don't have issues with the long ball, and I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and then series finale on Sunday, excuse me, 6:10 start on Saturday, 6:45 on Friday because it's the Apple TV marquee the next 2 days, just Fridays on Apple TV. And then Sunday for the Brewers is Brandon Woodruff. He's only pitched 7 games this year. He's 2-1 with a 3 ERA. In his first game back, he went 6 innings with 1 hit and 10 strikeouts. So this will be his second game back. Assuming lines up that it'll be Javier Assad for the Cubs.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, Assad's been very solid as of late. As we're
Mhm.
talking about, he's 6-1 for 4.04 ERA. So we'll see how it all goes. I'm kind of curious to look at some of these Woodruff splits because I feel like the Cubs face him a lot. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see. Hap is batting 270 in 37 plate appearances. Nico's batting 150 and 19. Saya's hitting 455 and 11, and Dansby's hitting 415. So actually some pretty solid splits there. Dansby,
Yeah.
Saya, um, Hap. Nico's the only guy that really struggles against him, it seems like.
Yeah, and I feel like we always match up against him, and it's never like a huge issue. I mean, he's obviously pitching at a great level this year, but I think we'll be fine. My
And
biggest worry is tomorrow night.
for Kyle Harrison, not a lot of Cubs have faced him. Breggy's had 6 at bats, and the rest of the guys have had between 2 and 4, but not very good. And then for the Miz and Colin Ray splits, um, William Contreras sees the ball pretty well. Andrew Vaughn, Yelich, Parang, but Bowers, Hamilton, they all have pretty low splits. 7 at bats. Bushy is hitting 286 versus the Miz. Saya's hitting 333 and 6 at bats. Nico and a half have struggled against him. PCA struggled against him. So Bushy, Saya, and Swanson are the only 3 guys that really succeeded against him. So, right, series prediction.
Bring out the brooms. Just kidding. No, I think the Brewers take 2 out of 3. I think the Brewers take the first two. I think we can be competitive on Saturday, but I unfortunately think like we are. There's just absolutely no hope. Like the meme where it's like hydrogen bomb versus dying baby. That's literally tomorrow night, unfortunately. I think it'll be like, I'm not even kidding, like 8-1. We might sneak one out in the ninth. Like Pete will hit like a 500-foot bomb off the back wall. But then I think Saturday will be a little more competitive, like a 5-3, maybe like a 5-2. They pull away late. But I think we do win Sunday. We avoid the sweep like last time. But yeah, I think it's the Brewers 2-1.
I'm going Brewers 2-1. Both teams coming off of 4 game win streaks. So 2 hot teams right now. So we'll see how that ends up going.
And it sucks too because you sweep the Mets, you have a 4-game sweep, you gain a half a game in the division.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so insane about these Brewers is like you can play just unbelievable ball and you're just not going to make up any ground. So it's so important to win the series this weekend, even though I feel like there's probably no chance, but like it's just so
Hey,
important.
yeah. So now we'll take a look around the MLB. Caminero with 3 home runs as the Rays beat the Royals 13-2. Brandon Lau and Henry Davis with bombs as the Pirates beat the Mariners 5-1. Athletics beat the Giants 9-6. The Astros beat the Tigers 2-1 as Tetsuya Amaya struck out 10. The Phillies beat the Nationals 10-5 as Bryce Harper hit the go-ahead bomb in this one. The Rangers beat the Blue Jays 6-5. Wyatt Langford and Jock Peterson with big games. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 6-3. Caleb Durbin with a bomb in this one. Cam Schittler with a rare loss on the mound. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zonsky.
See you guys next episode.